Welcome back to the Overcoming Fear of Failure mini podcast series, where we empower aspiring VAs, or virtual assistants, and entrepreneurs to conquer their fears and take charge of their success. I'm your host. My name is Brian, and today let's talk about the second tip of overcoming fear of failure. Overcome your fear of failure by reframing your self-talk for success. That's number two. Tip number two, reframe your self-talk for success to overcome your fear of failure. You know, the way we speak about ourselves is going to get in our hearts, and eventually we'll find ourselves believing what we say, whether we meant it or not. So the question is, how can someone reframe self-talk for success? So just simple, I think I got 2 or 3 tips, 3 key points for this. Number one is shift the focus to self-compassion. Have you ever noticed, how harsh words to yourself, stick like glue? Have you heard someone like, mahirap lang kasi ako. I was born, poor. My parents are poor, something like that. I don't have money, Before you know it, you're already believing those. Those I cannots and not good enoughs, quote unquote. I'd say stop negativity. Here's how to talk to yourself like a champion. So you can change or swap the cannot or can't for the learning. So instead of whining, I cannot do this, I cannot do that, you can say, I'm learning. All right. So every bump is, I'd say it's a step closer, to getting better every day. Not perfection, but progression, should I say. So that'll be like, boom, an instant growth mindset. Well, at least for me. So you have to ditch the not good enough for the growing daily. If you feel like maybe, if you're feeling like a fraud, no, you're not a fraud. I mean, unless you're really doing it. But, I'm talking about, self-talk. You're just growing. Okay. You can tell yourself, I'm just growing. So replace the I'm not good enough with I'm getting better every day. All right. That's one tip. So celebrate the journey and not just the destination. A lot of people would just look at their goals, or, when I get there, I'm really going to celebrate. No, you celebrate the journey already while you're at it. So too many people strive for perfection, or they wait for just about anything to be perfect before making that decision to start working on their dreams. Well, that's never going to happen. Okay, so forget perfection. Embrace progress or progression. Perfection's it's an illusion. So instead of waiting for the perfect everything that needs to be perfect, just cheer for progress. All right, it will be easier. I promise you. All right, so you can say, well, I may not be perfect, but I'm making leaps and bounds, something like that. So focus on the forward motion and not just the finish line. I'm not saying that don't set goals or something. Yes, you set goals, but you hit them with milestones. Again, hit them with milestones. All right. So that's number one. Number two, key point: highlight the power of positive self-talk. Self-talk rather. Highlight the power of positive self-talk. So be your own hype king or queen. And forget waiting for applause, or stop looking at other people, waiting for accolades, should I say, or applause. So give yourself a high five. If no one is, applauding for you, applaud yourself. All right. So tell yourself, my strengths are rocking, and I'm tackling this with courage. So this so-called self-love, I believe it fuels your fire. All right. So remember being kind. Be kind to yourself. All right. Because being kind to yourself, well, it's not cheesy, it's not fluffy, it's smart. Okay? It builds confidence, it fuels motivation, and it helps you smash your milestones and your goals with a smile. Okay? So imagine this. You just imagine the possibilities. Positive self-talk unlocks a lot of potential, and it boosts confidence. So speak words of encouragement to yourself. In the grand theater of life, your self-talk is the director's cue, setting the stage for what's possible. So embrace the boundless possibilities that unfold when you choose possibility, or positivity rather, and possibility, yes. All right. So by affirming your potential, you not only boost your confidence, but also you are unlocking doors to achievements you might have deemed impossible. So it's like giving yourself a front row a ticket to the spectacular show of your own capabilities. So remember that words are powerful. So choose kind and affirming language that empowers you to achieve your goals. If you notice, I don't know if you've seen this, even sports celebrities, all right? If you've watched some of the videos, you can check it out on YouTube. They do a positive self-talk, yeah, in game, right? Okay, so they keep telling themselves, I am strong. I will beat this. I will beat the enemy. I can win this, something like that. All right, it's choosing kind and affirming language to yourself. It's something that helps them or empowers them to achieve their goals, to win the game. All right. So consider yourself or your words as architects constructing, I'd say, the blueprint of your reality. So when you choose kind and affirming language, you're actually laying the foundation of success. Don't you know that? All right. Well, I'm letting you know that. So your goals become not just aspirations, but concrete destinations waiting to be reached. So every word you say is a building block that's shaping the path for your dreams. Let your language be the compass that guides you toward the most ambitious goals. So even in the Bible, not being religious or what, but I believe in Proverbs chapter 18, verse 21, the Bible says, death and life are in the power of the tongue, and they that love it shall eat the fruit thereof. So it's true. So whatever you say, whatever seed you sow in your heart, that's what will come out as well. All right. And you will eat the fruit thereof. So if you keep telling yourself bad things, it will produce really bad things. Right. But if you speak life, positive self-talk, you are more likely to achieve or accomplish those. Right. Or maybe if not, maybe just milestones, achieve milestones, and you're happy about it. Okay. Because you keep on encouraging yourself instead of discouraging yourself. So words are, I'd say, potent seeds that carry the power of creation and transformation. So ask yourself, are you sowing seeds of death or of life? Okay. So choose kind and affirming language for doing so. You are sowing seeds of life. Having said that, let your tongue be guided by the wisdom of this passage, Proverbs chapter 18, verse 21. Let every word spoken be a declaration of life, of growth, and success. Just think about this. In the garden of your journey, may the fruits of your speech be abundant, and may your language be the compass that directs you toward the fulfillment of your most ambitious goals. So shift your self-talk, celebrate your journey, and watch your success soar. All right, become your biggest cheerleader. Okay, positive self-talk is like sunshine for your soul. All right, let it nourish your growth. Embrace the power of being your own biggest fan. Because if you do so, you are cultivating an environment where your growth, flourishes. Next, the last key point is silence the inner critic. Instead, practice gratitude. Let me repeat that. Silence the inner critic. Instead, practice gratitude. Have you heard of the quote that says, the more you are grateful, the more you attract things to be grateful for? And that's pretty much true. For most people, I believe, even all. I mean, if you try it, all right? You see, in the symphony of self-talk, let's address the inner critic. We have this inner being that keeps on telling us, you're not good enough. You are lousy. You cannot do this. You cannot make it. Now, this relentless voice that sometimes undermines our potential. So how do we mute it or silence it? All right, you might ask, all right? So it's very simple. You can silence it by cranking up the volume on gratitude. Talking to you about the quote I mentioned earlier, the more grateful you are, or the more you are grateful, the more you attract things to be grateful for. So picture or imagine gratitude as your superhero, your cape, shielding you from negativity and attracting a cascade of positivity rather. So when we silence the inner critic and replace the chatter with thankfulness, we're paving the way for a brighter and more abundant mindset. So remember, choosing positive language has a powerful impact on your mindset and your journey. Focus on the empowering, the encouraging, and the kind. Now, let these be the driving force behind your self-talk. All right, so that's it for today's mini podcast series episode on overcoming fear of failure in either launching your VA career or starting your entrepreneurial journey. And I hope you learned something from this video. And if you did, please click that like and subscribe button so you won't miss another episode. And if you could probably share this someone you think or know this could be of any help. Once again, this is your host, Brian, and this is the VA Launchpad in partnership with the Smart Hustle PH. You can check the links in the description of this video. Talk to you soon.